Alrighty, y'all, welcome back to another Have Not video. Today I'm reacting to the Battle for Chasiv Yar.
July 2025, the city of Chasiv Yar.
Credit goes to my global issues for the footage. Warning as
Ukrainian
triggering,
aerial
by the way.
reconnaissance detects the enemy. Near some destroyed buildings, 2 armored vehicles and 17 personnel are spotted.
There you go.
At the same time, Russian artillery begins shelling the city. Ukrainian soldiers move out to take advantageous positions. The soldiers split into 3 groups. They spread out in different directions.
It's kind of smart.
Meanwhile, the coordinates of the Russians are immediately relayed to the mortar crew. The fighters quickly prepare the weapon, load the rounds, and fire.
I didn't realize they were this
The
separated.
first shell explodes right next to the enemy
Ooh,
vehicles.
that's close.
Realizing the danger, the crews urgently begin to move, trying
Yeah, I
to
would
leave
too.
the danger zone. But escape is not destined for them. Heavy artillery joins the battle. After fire adjustments from the air, powerful shells begin to land one after another directly
That's
on
not
the
good.
enemy's position.
That's not good either.
Along with regular shells, cluster munitions are also used.
Oh yeah, they're dead.
One of the groups is picked up by an APC. Coordinates are passed on to artillery, and kaboom! Shrapnel scatters in all directions. Several more hits.
That's not good.
The enemy failed to gain a foothold.
Yeah,
The
I can see
surviving
that.
enemy infantry hides in a pipeline near the city. To strike them, loitering munition drones are launched. The UAV flies at high speed towards the target. The operator guides it precisely, and moments later, the surveillance drone's camera captures a direct hit. The attack continues. The next FPV drone flies low over the
I haven't
ground,
seen an FPV
approaching
like
the
that.
same target. A direct hit. Another strike drone rushes towards the concrete supports of the structure. Here, the operator demonstrates high skill, steering the drone straight into one of the pipeline sections. A powerful explosion confirms the successful strike. Meanwhile, a large column moves close to Ukrainian positions. The AFU monitors their every step. Operators prepare strike drones and FPVs for fire adjustment.
Yeah, that's kind of smart.
A Ukrainian soldier makes the first move. He fires an anti-tank guided missile.
Ooh,
A precise
crap.
strike destroys the first target.
What about the
Chaos
second?
begins. In an attempt to retreat, a tank runs over a mine. And an APC becomes the target for a drone.
Uh-oh. Bam!
It's a direct hit. Here, a unit of Ukrainian infantry moves into defensive positions, as many Russian soldiers have managed to dismount successfully. A reconnaissance drone spots the first enemy group in a doorway of another building. A Russian soldier makes the sign of the cross, and the assault begins. The AFU opens fire on them. Through a breach in the wall, a soldier fires short bursts, trying to suppress the advancing enemy.
Calling them the F-slur is
The
kind
Russians
of
take
crazy.
position in this half-destroyed small building.
Of course, that's what I'm worried about. Them saying the F-slur when they bleep it out.
An
Meanwhile,
intense
these guys
firefight
are-
ensues, but is suddenly interrupted by a drone strike. A powerful explosion shakes the structure. The Ukrainians try to determine where the enemy positions are. They do not know whether the enemy remains in the small building or not. Meanwhile, the Russian commander orders a retreat. The Ukrainians spot the enemy and open fire. A machine gunner takes position at the window and unleashes heavy fire on the retreating enemy.
Wow, it's like blasting up the dust. just
Another
goes to
machine
show
gunner
how-
from the neighboring window also fires intensely, creating a crossfire zone. The AFU spot a Russian drone and alert each other. A powerful explosion occurs just outside the window from which fire was being delivered.
Oh my god.
A drone strikes the lower floor. A Ukrainian soldier reports that he cannot continue the defense. The rest of the infantry,
That's a
however,
hard
remain
hit.
in the building. A bunch of scattered targets are trying to drop off infantry. This APC is being closely watched. Drones are waiting for their moment. A
Oh.
mine stops this target. The Ukrainians closely monitor the situation. As
The
soon
guy
as
on the
smoke
other side is
clears,
pulling- oh,
drones
there
begin
goes my
dropping
kill.
explosives.
Never mind.
Several precise hits leave the enemy no chance.
I imagine it's blurred there for a reason. Either for because there's a dead body.
The
or
enemy
someone
APC is
going
stopped.
to die there. or something.
Excellent work. Another APC tries to complete its task. A drone tails it and strikes. Right after
Oh.
that, the target is finished off and left burning in place. But the attack is not over yet. One of the enemy APCs drops off another group of infantry into the building. But the AFU were ready. A soldier fires the first ATGM shot and hits the APC. Immediately after, a second shot follows, stopping the target.
Oof.
And here comes the next APC. It is targeted by a javelin operator. The missile launches towards the target, and boom!
Oh my god.
Powerful explosions send the turret flying several meters into the sky.
That's impressive, especially for something like that heavy. That's impressive.
Meanwhile, Ukrainian soldiers are endangered by enemy drones. One of them sets up electronic warfare equipment at a window.
По правій стороні
The
10-50.
AFU notice enemy movement near the small building.
Правіше рухаються.
The soldier relays the exact location and opens fire.
Центральне вікно.
So that's
Другий поверх.
so in World
He
War
approaches
II
the
they
window
referred
and
to
spots
Germans
the enemy.
as Krots.
Right
And they
after that,
refer
another soldier
these
fires an
guys
ATGM at
as
the enemy position.
The F-slur. Quite an interesting change of war.
The strike is successful. The Russians move through the smoke.
Кричайте.
The building is completely destroyed.
Старий, ти цілий?
Some soldiers report they need assistance.
Що з тобою буде?
The Ukrainians continue the attack, but the sound of aircraft forces them to move down.
Isn't the Russian-Ukrainian war like the
It
the
becomes
most
very
deaths we've had
dangerous.
since like World War II?
The Russians launch a missile and hit a nearby building.
300.
An infantryman reports that he cannot continue fighting.
Рука, нога, рука, нога.
His comrades immediately rush to him to provide aid despite the danger.
Я возьму РПГ. Витягни снаряд. Давай, брат. Я не бачу ніхуя. Я не бачу ніхуя.
The Russians receive the order to retreat. But it's not that simple. The first APC hits a mine. However, the others manage to get onto the road. Artillery tries to prevent them from leaving, but unsuccessfully. An AFU soldier saves the situation. It's a precise hit with a javelin. Another ATGM shot. The missile lands directly on the target. The attack has failed, but Russian infantry still remain inside the buildings. They are trapped like in a cage.
You could have just
The
said like
drones are the
soldiers
first
in
to
a
open
cage,
fire
or
on the
like
building.
animals in a cage.
Then, the soldier with the RPG joins in. From a very long distance, he makes a precise shot.
That's
A
impressive.
second missile strike. The building collapses from all sides. The enemy stood no chance. The infantry is eliminated. The vehicles are now on fire, a complete failure. However, the Ukrainians know the Russians will not stop even after this. The commander gives instructions and explains how the defense will proceed. This party consists of 6 enemy vehicles. There are many destroyed targets on the road, but the Russians are not stopping. UAV operators transmit all the information about the enemy attack. The Ukrainians are ready for defense. One of the APCs hits a mine. It loses control and slides to the
Oh, no.
roadside, letting the others
Oh crap!
pass.
Not good.
Javelins then join the battle.
Imagine posting this
It's
to
a precise
TikTok, like,
hit.
"Hey y'all, in the middle of battle, probably
The
gonna
next
die
APC
later
blows
on."
up on a mine.
Oof! Killing a bunch of people out
The
here.
column splits. This group is landing infantry in the industrial part of the city. Reconnaissance tracks infantry movement. As soon as the exact coordinates are identified, the drones strike. Several precise hits annihilate the enemy position. Russian infantry tries to escape, but is struck by a javelin. Meanwhile, the last 2 APCs attempt to break through, but turn into a field before a dangerous section. Artillery tries to interfere. An APC rushes into the assault at maximum speed. Hitting them would be extremely difficult. A Ukrainian drone flies in to intercept. Just one precise strike was enough to stop the enemy.
Uh-oh.
The infantry scatter, and drones start dropping explosives.
Oh crap! Not good.
The soldiers try to shoot down the drones, but it brings no result.
That's bad.
The second APC hits a mine. The breakthrough has failed. Nearby, a drone detects Russian movement. They're moving through these pipelines, thinking they are safe there. This is their shelter.
Okay.
But Ukrainian drones appear in the sky. We see the first one approaching the pipeline. The drone slowly, without unnecessary movements, flies inside. The pilot sees a defensive structure up ahead. It must be destroyed. Mission complete. Immediately after, the next drone flies in. It also finds an obstacle on its way. We see the drone flying deeper, closer to Russian shelters. And it's a strike. The path is now clear. The third drone flies inside, and it easily passes the places where the defenses used to be and delivers the final strike. Mission accomplished. Absolutely incredible skill of Ukrainian pilots. Enemies are still in the pipelines. And to block their retreat, drones are destroying their vehicles.
To intimidate or offend anybody. Meanwhile, they're calling
Each
the
drone
Russians
easily
enemies
completes
and
its
all that.
task.
Which feels a little unfair, don't you think?
One strike is enough to ignite the vehicles. Hit after hit, they turn to ashes. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.
Alrighty, y'all. I hope you enjoyed that. Respect to everybody who has currently died in this bloody, terrible war. And we hope it wins with either a peace treaty or it just becomes inconclusive, like the Korean War. Anyway, bye all.